Hi, I'm Chris Smith, the Director of Solution Engineering here at Verity IT. I've been in the IT industry for over 20 years and have seen all sorts of phishing and cybercriminal activities. However, cybercriminals never stop coming up with new creative ways to trick even the most cautious internet users. You may be in quarantine because of the COVID-19 pandemic, but that doesn't mean your online information is safe. Phishing scams have increased drastically since the outbreak, and hackers are looking to exploit public fears, especially during our current times. As COVID-19 continues to spread, we're seeing an increase in cybercriminals impersonating public health organizations, trying to lure victims in with fake links to government agencies. They're even using coronavirus-themed voicemail notifications in the latest effort to act on pandemic fears and to steal credentials. So how do you spot the fake emails from the real ones? Today, we're going to tell you just that. In this webinar, we will review what phishing attacks in fact are, including some very specific coronavirus-themed phishing emails that have become quite common. We'll also review ways to help educate your staff and how to go about getting your business protected. First things first, what is a phishing email? How do they work? Phishing attacks use email or malicious websites to infect your machine with malware and viruses in order to collect personal information and financial information. Cybercriminals attempt to lure users to click on a link or open an attachment that infects the computer with viruses or malware, creating a vulnerability to attack. Phishing emails may appear to come from a real financial institution, an e-commerce site, a government agency, or just about any service, business, or individual. The email also may request personal information like account numbers, passwords, or social security numbers. When users respond with this information or click on a link, attackers use it to access their accounts. Recently, coronavirus-themed phishing emails have become very common. The first type of email is one in the form of a CDC alert. Cybercriminals have been sending phishing emails designed to look like they're coming from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control. The email might falsely claim to link to a list of coronavirus cases in your area, stating something similar to, "You're immediately advised to go through the cases above for safety hazard." The second type of coronavirus-themed email is a health advice email. Phishers have sent emails that offer alleged medical advice to help protect you against the coronavirus. These emails might claim to be from medical experts near Wuhan, China, where the outbreak began. Some of them include content similar to, "This little measure can save you," or "Use the link below to download safety measures." A third common coronavirus-themed email is that of a workplace policy email. Cybercriminals target employees' workplace email accounts. The emails might have content such as, "Due to the coronavirus outbreak, your company name is actively taking safety precautions by instituting a communicable disease management policy. And if you or one of your fellow employees were to click on a fake company policy, you'll download malicious software." So now that we've reviewed what a phishing email actually is and have gone through a few specific coronavirus-themed emails, the question is your company protected? Just because you're safe, being safe does not mean that everyone in your company is trying to be safe or careful. It's crucial to educate your staff. Let's quickly run through a few simple things that to make your staff aware of. First, be aware of online requests that request personal information. As mentioned before, coronavirus-themed emails seek personal information like your social security number or log information. That's a phishing scam. Legitimate government agencies will never ask for that information. Never respond to the email with your personal data. Second, Check the email address or the link. You can inspect a link by hovering over it with your mouse. The URL will tell you where it leads to. Sometimes it's obvious that the web address is not legitimate, but keep in mind, hackers can create links that closely resemble legitimate addresses. Third, watch for spelling and grammatical mistakes. If an email includes spelling, punctuation, and grammatical errors, it's a likely sign you received a phishing email. Delete it. Fourth, look for generic greetings. Phishing emails are unlikely to use your real name. Greetings like dear sir or madam signal an email is not legitimate. And finally, avoid emails that insist you act now. Phishing emails often try to create a sense of urgency or demand immediate action. The goal is to get you to click on a link and provide personal information right now. Okay, now that we've gone through a few simple things to be aware of, it's time to get your business protected. Did you know that 43% of cyber attacks are on small and medium businesses? You may think that you're taking all the necessary precautions when it comes to being cyber safe. However, you should always consider extra precautions where possible, especially during a time where many of your employees are working remotely. Here are 5 ways we recommend doing just this. 1, complete a security checkup to improve your account security. 2, avoid downloading files that you don't recognize. 3, check the integrity of URLs before providing login credentials or clicking on a link. Fake URLs generally imitate real URLs and include additional words or domains. 4, avoid and report phishing emails. This is critical. And 5, consider a dark web monitoring platform. The dark web is made up of digital communities that sit on top of the internet. And while there are legitimate purposes to the dark web, it is estimated that over 50% of all sites on the dark web are used for criminal activities, including the disclosure and sale of digital credentials. Far too often, companies that have had their credentials compromised and sold on the dark web don't know about it until they've been informed by law enforcement. But by then, it's too late. Verity IT helps protect businesses just like yours from cybersecurity breaches. By utilizing a dark web monitoring platform, we're able to identify, analyze, and proactively monitor your organization's compromised or stolen employee and customer data in real time, and automatically notify when it's time to change passwords because the credentials are up for sale on the dark web. Okay, I'd like to thank each of you for taking the time to listen in on how to better manage phishing risks during this pandemic. We're always here to help and would love to offer our listeners a free dark web scan for their entire company. This scan will provide information that is crucial for securing your emails, your passwords, and your overall online presence. We'll follow up with an email to all of you today for all of you on the webinar today to get you signed up for your free scan. Okay, we have a little bit of time left, so I wanted to address a few questions that came in. First one, what do I do if I accidentally click on a phishing email? Call your IT support immediately. They need to know so that they can take action. Secondly, how does my information get on the dark web? Well, when employees use their work email on third-party websites, such as an HR website, a payroll, an email service, CRM, a travel site, maybe their banking site, social media, sometimes they use their business email, it makes your business vulnerable to a breach. Some of the big breaches that have occurred, like Target, LinkedIn, Equifax, your information gets put into the dark web and sold. With our dark web monitoring, we can detect if your company is at risk just due to those type of exposed credentials on those types of websites. Okay, another question, how does a dark web scan help protect my business? Our service is designed to help both public and private sector organizations detect and mitigate cyber threats that leverage stolen email addresses and passwords. The platform leverages a combination of human and artificial intelligence that scours botnets, criminal chat rooms, blogs, websites, private networks, you name it, 24/7, 365 days a year, to identify stolen credentials and other personally identifiable information. Okay, and unfortunately, we're out of time for today, but we'll reach out to answer any of the remaining questions that came across that were submitted. I want to thank you again for your time today, and be safe out there.